Hi, Witchy School of Wisdom, witches. How are you on this magical Wednesday? It is Witchy Wisdom Wednesday. Greetings and merry meet, everyone. How are you? Oops. We were just waiting for some people to come in. It's crazy Witchy Wednesday. Let me put you up a little bit. Hello, Heather. How are you? If you're here, please say hello so that I know that you are here. If you're watching the replay, hit hashtag replay, and I will reply to you as soon as we are done. Hey, Kat. How are you? Thank you for joining us. We're just going to invite some people in. Jackie's here. Hey, Jackie. Usually I go live on Wednesdays. Sometimes I go usually later on, but I'm feeling like I want to go now, and I usually give people some heads up. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you, my witchy sister? But today I was like, screw it. I'm just going live, and whoever shows up, right? So, and everybody who doesn't catch me live can go ahead and just hit that hashtag replay, and I will comment on any of the questions that you have coming up while you're watching this video. So thank y'all for joining me. And I'm just going to invite some friends in because usually I go on a little bit later. And they're probably like, what the hell are you doing going on so early? Because I do what I want, boo. Right? We do what we want in this group. Let me invite some people in. Perfect. We got some folks invited in. It takes about 5-7 minutes for people to get notification that I'm going live. So we're just going to wait for some people to come in. While we do that, let's get the intros out of the way. Witchy intros. Yay! So, my name is Madam Z, and I am the magical headmistress of the Witchy School of Wisdom, and you will see me posting. You'll see my face all over the place. You will see me going live. You will see everything about me in this group. I am a magical life coach, which means I actually teach women and empower them to come out of the witchy broom closet and how to work their most magical life. So I teach tarot. Tarot is my first love. I am a master tarot reader, and I actually do read tarot as part of my practice. I teach it. I have one-on-one classes. I read at a local huge metaphysical place here, and I actually read tarot on the tarot circuit, metaphysical circuit. So I am all over the place. So welcome to the Witchy School of Wisdom. We have lots of new people here, so welcome. We wanted to open up the room and the group to you with open arms and invite you in to come sit a spell and hang out in the Witchy School of Wisdom with us. Chanel's here. Hello, Chanel. Hey, witchy sister. Now is perfect. Just finished a preschool graduation and then lunch and have to head out in an hour. Okay. Well, I won't be here that long. Probably. I usually do lives about 30 minutes. Well, it depends, but usually 30 minutes. Well, congratulations on your preschool or graduating, so that's big news. Hey, Edie, how are you? If I butchered your name, I'm so sorry, my friend. So, all right, so let's talk a little bit about what's been going on and what I ran into, what stuff has been showing up for me and probably showing up for you is spirit animals, totems, guides, omens, things start popping up. What do these signs mean? Are they power animals? Are they spirit animals? Are they totems? What do they mean? So let me tell you a little bit about what has been showing up for me. So lately, I have been seeing tons and tons of scorpions. And I'm not attracted to scorpions. I don't consider them a power animal or a totem or a spirit animal. I don't consider them working with them. I've never worked with them, but they started popping up in my life about 3 months ago when I did this huge 7-day money candle spell, and the whole spell melted into the shape of a scorpion. And that was the very first thing. That was about 3 months ago. And I was like, that's interesting. What does that mean? Hey, Carissa. Hey, Breezy. Hello, Joanne. So I was like, what the hell does that mean? Because I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I'm going to keep that candle. Because usually what I do is I repurpose candle wax for spell working, for sealing, for dripping wax, for runes, for writing on things. But this one I wanted to keep. For some reason, the scorpion was like, you need to keep me. So I was like, all right, I'm going to keep you. So I kept it. And then I kept seeing over the last 3 months, this theme of scorpions started coming into my life. And I was like, what the hell does this mean? I got to research what's coming on, what's going on, and why, you know, the spirits of the scorpions are coming through, because they were like very much present in my life. If you don't know, I went to Big Bend this weekend, West Texas, just got back from vacation. And I know Texas is full of scorpions, but I'm here to tell you, they don't follow me. I don't follow them. They don't like me. They've never showed up in my life. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing scorpions everywhere. So we stayed at a yurt in Texas, which is a beautiful place. If you have never been in a yurt, try to stay at a yurt. And there's a scorpion outside on the tent. And I was like, okay, here we go, right? There's a sign number 2 that something is going on. Then we were riding around, and then all these billboards had like the scorpions in them, painted on them, scorpions painted all over the place. And there's a big, huge metal scorpion sitting on top of the roof of the restaurant that we went to. I was like, there's scorpions everywhere. And then we went to the border of Mexico and Texas. And right there people would come over from the border and put their little wares there, and you could give them money and pick up little wares that they made. Well, they had these beaded scorpions, and if you look in the page, you will find a picture that I posted of this beaded scorpion. And I was like, okay, that's just not a coincidence, because I'm seeing way too many scorpions, way too often, and something is going on. So the universe is like, you need to pay attention. Hey, Carissa, you need to pay attention to what is going on, of what a scorpion means. So let's talk a little bit about what a totem animal is, what a spirit animal is, what scorpion signs and symbols mean. Let me know if you are seeing signs or symbols or omens in your life, like a reoccurring feather, a reoccurring animal, a reoccurring plant, which is interesting, reoccurring flower, or something that is going on that's not normal in your day-to-day life. And usually, for me, for it to show up as something's going on, I have to have a strong connection to it, and it has to be out of the ordinary for me to really pay attention to it. And for me, it has to show up at least 3 times for it to be like, Susie, you need to pay attention because something's going on. So if something is going on and coming up as far as omens or anything out of the ordinary that keeps showing up in your life, that is a sign that you need to pay attention to what's going on. So if that is happening to you, drop me an emoji, a link, or I mean not a link, an emoji, or tell me what is happening, and then we'll look and see what symbols it represents. So scorpion symbols and meanings. So this is for all my scorpion babies, because I have a lot of scorpion friends. So let's talk about what the symbols mean. So if something, for me, for instance, the scorpion has been showing up a lot. So that also means, all right, goddess. There's a goddess that shows you with the scorpion. I know there is. I know who it is. So I'm going to have to either call her in, work with her, or I'm going to have to give her offerings. So, and we'll talk a little bit about the scorpion goddess. So if you are, for me, the scorpion shows up as a spirit animal when it's time to step away from poisonous people, situations, things that are no longer serving me, that I have an attachment to, and stuff that I need to cut out of my life. It's like cord cutting. It's like, I'm done, the situation's not working, I need to leave it alone. It's keeping me from growing, and this is very much, you need to like leave the situation, okay? As a totem animal, it is interesting because I never thought of a scorpion as rebirth after death. But that's exactly what it is if you're using it for a totem animal. And if you want to invoke the powers of the scorpion, it means determination, it means protection, it means being on guard all the time, and just watching your environment. So that's pretty much what I guess what is telling me is like, check your environment, girl. Who's around you? Who do you need to release? Do you have some toxic people in your life? Do you have a toxic, a friend, or a toxic business relationship, or a toxic person you need to let go of, or a toxic situation? And you will experience a rebirth after you end that. So to me, it's almost like the death card in tarot, where you have an ending and a rebirth. So is there like a career I need to get rid of, which I already did that, so I'm not really worried about this, but I'm speaking to you about why this is showing up. It teaches me self-protection, and I knew as soon as I did that spell, I was like, all right, I need to protect myself. I need to throw my bowl up. I need to protect my house. I need to secure my house. I need to lock it down. I need to do all my protections on my windows, my four corners, and not only physically, but also spiritually, mentally. Self-protection methods and how to really just revitalize my spirit, okay? Because the scorpion kind of just hangs out until it's like ready to go, right? It gives you like a defense posture, like you better not fuck with me, but once you do, you're gonna get it, okay? So it guides me through a lot of strength and inspires me to really clean house and look at what's going on and throw up my protection walls. So that's been going on. I was like, thank you for showing me that. Let me catch up on comments while you guys are here. Let's see. Caterpillars. Ooh, that is very much a death and rebirth for you. So I am not surprised that caterpillar, or the symbol of caterpillars, or a caterpillar, has been showing up for you, because that is very much a symbol of coming out of your cocoon, being this beautiful, bright person. And it is also for me, because I know it's not only coming out and being beautiful, but it's the struggles that you come out of while you're trying to come out of the cocoon, because it's not easy to come out of the past and come out of the cocoon. It takes work, right? So it shows that it's going to take some work for you to come out of your cocoon into this beautiful butterfly. Keep doing it, and then you're going to live a beautiful, beautiful transformational life. So yeah. John's like, yeah, I love caterpillars. I know. Spiders for me. Eee. Hey, Gamma. That's pretty awesome. The thought about scorpions, I love that you have taken all that from it. Yeah, scorpions are not my favorite thing. I'm not good on stuff that stings, but I was like, all right, there's a lesson here. Let's see. Elizabeth said, replying, that I love it when they show up. Yeah, that's why I want you guys to pay attention to what your environment and what's showing up for you, and really start to bring in what the life lesson is. And we're going to pull some cards from my totem or my animal wisdom deck. Yeah, Elizabeth, you feel like you've had several butterfly moments. Yes, you have. Oh, I had stags showing up the last 2 weeks. Okay, stags have to do with male energy, but it also has to do with power. It has to do with you being protective as far as your space, not like you're going to sting or like the scorpion, but protective in the sense that this is my herd. Don't screw with my herd, kind of like. And protecting your house, your place. Very majestic, very much knowing, and really coming to that male energy. So yes, stags are powerful. Bees for you. Bees Now, for me, we'll have to look at it, but bees for me are always associated with the goddess and covens and occult and witches. Bees are very much, I always want to say workers, but they're not. They are nurturers of the earth, and they are keepers of the earth. So bees are very sacred to witchcraft, to feminine energy. So look for that kind of energy around what's going in your life. Aw, come back, Joanne, come back. Joanne's here locally with me, so I'll see her in a few weeks for the full moon circle that I'm doing. So yay! So, and let's see what else we have going on. So Scorpion energy is very, very protective. So I was just like, oh my gosh, what are you trying to tell me, universe? Because I'm paying attention. So while I was out there, I actually sat down for a few minutes and meditated as the sun started to set on the mountains, and really looked at what energy and what signs and what meanings and what they're trying to tell me, because I was totally open to it. So super, super interesting as far as when you open your mind, what messages you will get. It's also about negative things that are holding things back for me. It could be like psychic clutter. It could be stinking thinking. And it's really great to use that Scorpion energy when you want a clean break and to really just birth a whole new vision of what you want it to be. And I've been doing a lot of breakthroughs with that. So I'm not surprised it has been showing up. Transformation is huge, right? We talked about that. So Scorpions are very protective. Do we have any Scorpions in the house? Yay, Scorpions. If you are, give me a Scorpion emoji. We got some Scorpions in the house. So let's talk a little bit about what the difference is between totems and spirit animals. What is the difference between a spirit animal, a totem animal, and an animal familiar? Okay, so because you're going to be, what's the difference? Well, how are they different? How do I use them different? Okay, here's what it is. A spirit animal is the one who will present life's lessons to you. And they come and go in and out of our lives depending on where we're at and what lessons we need. Okay. So they will come in and out of your spiritual journey as you transition into whatever you are working on, where you need to advance in your life at the moment. It's what I usually call like a spiritual walk. Wherever you're at in your spiritual path or you're walking, things will show up. For example, when I was thinking about making a huge transformation from leaving Huntsville, Alabama, and I wanted to decide where I wanted to go, I had top three cities. And I was like, you know what? I need to get away from this situation. I need some guidance from my guides and from Mother Earth and the goddesses. So I rented a cabin up on Monsanto Mountain just to clear my mind and accept anything that comes my way as a sign. And so Blair and I were biking down a trail, and Monsanto was in the mountains, and all of a sudden Blair's like, stop. And I was like, okay, stop, because I was walking the bike because it's hard. Biking was hard. And so this big, huge, fat, huge snake would just slither in across our path, slow, slow. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm not a snake person. And so he was just taking this time. He was like, you're in my neck of the woods, so you're going to wait for me. He was huge. You couldn't even see the whole length of him because he was so huge. So I was freaking out. But the story of that is that I opened myself and asked the universe Show me a sign that I need to stay in Huntsville or if I need to move on. And that damn snake was the sign from the universe saying you need to shed your skin. You need to rebirth yourself. You need to start brand new. And you need to just move on and leave the past behind. So that was my sign. That is what the universe tells you when you are open to receive. It will tell you exactly what you need to learn and what you need to know if you're open to receive. And so that was my sign. And so in 2 weeks, I was offered a job in Austin in 2 weeks. That was my sign. The universe was like, chick, you gotta go. You can't stay here. So yeah. Let's see. So Angela does in person, and during deep meditation is where she gets her visuals. That's cool too. Another big one is meditation. A tiger. I just looked at tigers, so let me look at tigers. Let me finish talking about this first. So the spirit animal will work with you when you need life lessons. Okay. Now, a totem animal is an animal spirit that you call upon to invoke those powers. Okay, special powers to work with so that you can transform your life. So those are the difference between a totem animal, a spirit animal, and then you'll look at like totem poles and that kind of thing that has to do with like tribal. A lot of this is shamanism. Okay. So a familiar, you guys should know what a familiar is if you have anything to do with witchcraft or you're witching. It has to do with the animal spirit that is inside your cat, your dog, your snake, your rat, your, I don't know, what else is it? A lizard? People have lizards. So they are connected to you spiritually on a different level. So usually a spirit will come in through them and work with you during your witchy kind of craft. You have this innate kind of connection that you have never had with another animal before. The animal is always by your side. The animal knows you. And that animal is very much, hold on one second, y'all. Very much your, connection to the spirit world. You can have several familiars coming in and out of your life, but they work with you along your path. Okay, so that is what witches call them the familiars. So you can work with them also in that type of aspect. They're found in around witches, European Celtic traditions. Goddess Morgan appeared to them in the form of a raven or a crow. So that's kind of how it goes as far as familiars. Familiars can be anything from a dog to a lizard to a tarantula to any of those. Okay. So anything that really connects to you and speaks to you and is by your side a lot and really works with you during witchcraft and witching. Let's see. So I know that we work with a lot of goddess energy. I know I work with goddess energies a lot. So there is a scorpion goddess. If you guys want to work with any kind of goddesses that has to do with any of these things that are coming up, I encourage you to look at goddesses that are associated with your totem animals or your spirit animals that keep coming up for you. Okay, so for me, since it was the scorpion, it would be the Egyptian goddess Serket. Okay, it's spelled a different way, but it's Serket or Searqet. It's an Egyptian goddess and it's spelled differently. And she is a protective goddess, and she punishes the wrongdoers with her wrath. Okay, she is very much someone you work with when you want to really work with justice, someone who has done you wrong. So she is also a helper of the dead and helper of afterlife, rebirth in the afterlife. She is usually depicted with a scorpion on her head for most women as the headdress. Okay, super worshipped in Egypt. Okay, protective goddess, and she was called on when the people needed protection and healing from like either scorpion bites or snake bites or something that was kind of, poisonous. She is very much connected to Ra and to Isis. So that's why when you call on her, you want to be careful when you work with her, because her wrath is so devastating. She is the solar journey through the underworld. Okay, so when you work with her, she is very much powerful, and she will destroy the people that have done you wrong, because that is what she does. She is also a protector of children and pregnant women from poisonous type of people, creatures, and that kind of situations. So one thing that I found really interesting when working with her, Serket, she is in the underworld, okay? But she is also there to work with the priestesses who are in charge of embalming these and mummifying and working with people who have actually gone into the whole mummification. She was the protector of those jars. They're canopic jars. And if you know anything about mummification, each jar had a little organ in it. And she was in charge of protecting each of those jars as the priest would take them out and mummify the body. So super protective goddess. So if you want to work with her and you want to work with the energy of justification, protection, the underworld, right? Protection of the underworld, then I would suggest you work with her. Now, let's look at the power of, hey Charlotte, hey Amanda, how are you? Tiger. Let's look at your tiger totem. Tiger animal spirit. So tiger spirit, I'm going to tell you what it is. Tiger spirit. Come on, tigers. Where are you, tiger? My computer is so slow. Strength and courage, determination. I could see that for you. For your spirit animal, it's time to listen, because I always think of tigers just kind of not, well, I always think of them as being lazy. They kind of hang out, but they're still lazy as far as just chilling, but they're aware. Okay, so take the time to really just be still and listen to your environment and what's going on around you. Very fierce, very brave. Really not, what is it? Willpower. Willpower is the word I'm trying to bring in. Willpower, and huge, helping you to live up to your potential. Okay, so really good totem to get to use where you're at right now in your witchy practice, for sure. I like that one. The tiger. Let's see. Angela wants to look at the butterfly. Butterfly. So when you see a lot of butterflies coming around, it usually means like a death and rebirth is happening, a metamorphosis in your life. Lots of ancient wisdom. Butterflies are always associated with ancestors, past loved ones that are coming through, and also along with feathers, usually bringers of messages from your past loved ones. So pay attention to that. and navigating through major transitions in your life. So you may be going through a major transition now that you need help and guidance through. So yeah, you're beginning to get into a huge transformation and metamorphosis through that. So yeah, cool. I feel like Elizabeth said, I feel like that is totally telling me in my meditations, telling me to step into who I am. Most definitely step into you are. And we can work with some goddesses that do that. Hey Ashley, how are you, my witchy sister? So let's pull a card for the group. And I am working with animal messages today. So if you want to seek any totem animals or spiritual animals or messages, this is a great deck to get. Another one is Sacred Path cards. And if you want to learn more about totems and animisms and spirit guides, Andrew, oh gosh, what is his name? I want to say Andrew Jackson, but it's not. Spirit Speaks is what his book is. Spirit Speaks. Author. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that I forgot his name. Andrew, oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Why did I forget his name? I'll post it up later when I remember his name. I am not. When animals, and I know his name is Andrew when animals speak. Author. Oh my God. Anyways, I will post that. Here it is. Idiot. Ted Andrews. So I'll get that link to you guys. So if you want to learn more about that, working with animals and messages from this animal world, he is the #1 person to go to. The spirit and magical powers of creatures, great and small. Ted Andrews has several books, and I believe he has some totems that you can buy also. So yeah, he has Nature Speaks, Animal Speaks. Nature Speaks is really, really cool animal-wise. So look into some of his books if you really want to know and connect more about the messages through the animals that are here to give us messages. All right. Yeah, Kristen, we'll work on that. We will definitely work on that. So let's pull a card for the group. And here's the back of the deck. Owls. Owls have to do with wisdom and knowledge. I love owls. And if you look at an owl, they have really big eyes, and that is a sense of seeking knowledge, power, and secrets. So yeah, the souls of your eyes, right? The windows are the soul to your, the eyes are the windows to your soul. Oh my God, today I need to go take a nap, y'all. Oh, I need to take a nap. All right, so let's pull a card for the group. So what messages do we need to hear today? Generational work. Looks like we got some work to do with generations that are coming forward in our life. So we have the elephant, wise and never forgets, right? Let me get him closer. There he goes. But this is you gain the love and wisdom that is passed from one generation to the next. So tap into your ancestor energy from generations to generations that are being passed down from you magically. It doesn't matter if you're a kitchen witch. I have tons of recipes from my grandmother, my great-grandmother, that are family recipes that invoke the knowledge of kitchen witchery, gardening, healing. If you have ancestors that were natural healers, tap into that energy that they are trying to guide you into moving in that direction. They have knowledge and trying to share it with you, generational, and trying to pass it on to you. And remember, whoever was in here was talking about butterflies. Let me see if I can scroll back up. That is very much a sign that your ancestors are trying to tell you something and to work with you. Oh, that was Elizabeth. So yeah, Elizabeth. Elizabeth said, I love owls too. Lots of figurines of them in my house. Yay! Owls, that's wisdom and knowledge that you're seeking. So cool. So work with your ancestors. Do some ancestor work, ancestor altars, ancestor candles. Bring them into your life, okay? And be thankful for them. All right, so that is all I have for witchy wisdom. But don't forget, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I have probably 2 spots left. And that's it. And I have 2 women that are scheduled for discovery calls on my books that will be into my program. So if you want to get into one of these programs, I guarantee you that probably by Friday, these spots will be gone. If you want to get into my one-on-one witchy program and you're ready to transform your life, and you're seeing butterflies, you're seeing scorpions, you're seeing signs from the universe that you really need to step into your power, and you need to make huge transformational changes from where you are now into your future you is calling you, for sure. I invite you to get in on this one-on-one program now, because I'm telling you, probably by Friday, it will be gone. They will be filled. And you will not be able to work with me either 3 months or 6 months on one-on-one. We have payment plans available. We have, customized plans available. I can work with you on anything that you need to within your budget. So let's get you started on your witchy path, okay? So if you're interested in my one-on-one spots, let me know and shoot me a message and we will get you enrolled, okay? All right, my witchy sisters, don't forget to do your ancestor work and look for your signs that the universe is trying to show you, your life lessons. All right, witch on, my sisters. Bye.